Here we go.
1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3.
That's an American spirit. Yes! How are we all doing? The world is grim at the moment. Everyone's dying. We're all trapped inside under government mandate. It's not a good time to be in trouble. Time's tough, lads. And when times are tough, I turn to music. Now, 3 years ago, 2 weeks and 3 days, my best friend sent me a link to a song called Whiskey Is My Kind of Lullaby, the third track off the second album by Johnny Hobo and the Freight Trains. A lot's changed since then. I've changed a lot since then. The world's changed a lot since then. And this album has been quite a large catalyst in my life. And it's helped me through a lot of dark times. So I thought I'd talk about it today whilst I go on my government mandate state allocated walk. In the words of the frontman Pat the Bunny, a punk rock song may never change the world, but I'll tell you about a couple that changed me.
God gave me instructions on how to live my life, but I couldn't read his handwriting, so I burnt them last night. But I take the beauty of chaos over ugly perfection. I've woken up on the wrong side of the bed every day since 1987.
If I just lean into the wind, is that going to make this video even worse? I decided I wanted to be a sound engineer when I was 14 years old. So by the time I was 19, I was obsessed with perfection. More as a self-deprecating fault. If I couldn't be perfect, then what was the point? And that's one of the big reasons why I never bothered to learn guitar. Because I knew I'd never be good enough for it. And this album came along, and you know, it's not mixed through Gen X. It's not mastered through thousands and thousands of pounds worth of kit. It is probably just someone with a microphone in the middle of the room going, there we go. This album was a big breakthrough in learning that, you know, even if something isn't technically perfect, it's still valid. Oh my god. The wind noise is quite substantial.
Tonight I bake my madness a birthday cake, because even the insomniacs aren't awake. Tonight I burn my home while they dove in place, so tomorrow I can live like I died yesterday. Live like I died yesterday.
I said earlier that it was my best friend who sent me the link to Whiskey Is My Kind of Lullaby. But at the time, he wasn't my best friend. He was just a guy that I knew. We were working together at uni, you know. And this is the first thing that brought us together. There's a great sense of community around this album. If you look at the comment section, it's full of people who got through recovery. They got over their addiction. People who are struggling with poverty. People who are listening to the album one last time while they contemplate suicide. It's a very tight-knit group. And the thing is, when Pete sent me that link, there were about 100,000 views. That was 3 years ago. At the time of recording, there are 1.5 million views. And it's not that the album's gone viral. It's that it's the same hundreds of thousands of people listening to it over and over again, because this music means so much to us. And sometimes you go into the comments and someone will have updated their comment and been like, oh yeah, I relapsed. Or sometimes you go into the comments and someone's saying, Chris really loved this album and I miss him every day. It's music for people who've been through a lot. And my God, does it mean a lot to a lot of people.
Here's to our lives being meaningless, and how beautiful it is, because freedom doesn't have a purpose.
The weirdest thing about this album is that Pat doesn't want it to exist. Oh no, not that he doesn't want it to exist, is that he's completely distanced himself from it, in that it's no longer on any streaming platforms. You can't get it on Bandcamp. The only place you can find it is on a web archive, but even that's a bit temporary. Because he's grown up, he's moved on. He doesn't associate with those beliefs and those words and those songs, and it must be quite difficult to release something so emotional into the world and then grow beyond it. Because he was 18 when the album came out. I was 19 when I was listening to it. It was so odd to know that someone younger than me, / kind of my age, was writing such emotional stuff. I mean, I had to go to therapy for months before I could even contemplate singing my songs out loud, let alone releasing them. But I've got a lot to be thankful for this album, because he said in interviews, you know, he can't internalize the message. People are like, wow, your music helped me so much. Because on one hand, yeah, music can help you, but you always have to have the power in yourself to help yourself. I'm not going to say, wow, this album changed my life. It didn't. It gave me the tools I needed to grow. And it introduced me to so many other great bands. Apes of the State, Wingnuts Dishwasher Union, you know, the other pet projects, Ramshackle Glory. I mean, a few of them are all over my jacket. And then my phone died. The original plan for this video was to frame each point around a song, and I was going to go on and make some other points, but it's kind of hard to motivate yourself in these times, and when your equipment keeps dying on you, it's even harder. So to play us out, here's me, Pete and Perry, Drunk as Anything, Halloween 2017, because yes, that is straight vodka I was drinking that night.